Namaste everyone, welcome. My name is Megan Campbell, for those of you that I haven't met before, and I'm super excited to be here sharing my very first video newsletter. And it's part of my mantra for 2015. And those of you that have been following me know that each and every year I cultivate a saying or a mantra that really informs the year and how I'm going to approach it, and also gives me an intention. And an intention is really different than a resolution in that it's a way of being. So last year, if you've been following me since then, you'll know that I discovered my first mantra for my year in Thailand when I was on my life Shavasana there last December. And I was riding a boat over to Koh Chang and just happened to turn around and saw this huge sign that said, "Live like you mean it." And I took it as a sign, especially being there so relaxed and needing some space and time to really reflect on what it was that I wanted to be doing in 2014 that nourished my soul, that really helped me cultivate and put more forth into the world my highest truth. And this year, if you read last month's musing, my life Shavasana was in Nicaragua. And once again, I was quite relaxed, doing a lot of yoga, teaching a little bit while I was there. Very grateful for that opportunity as well. But I was walking around each and every day looking out for the signs and never saw any. But what I did do was walk each and every day to and from yoga and happen to glance into people's homes and their ways of life there in Nicaragua, the simplicity of the fishing village that I was in, and noticed that they were all getting ready for Christmas, and they had one string of lights or a very simple Christmas tree, which of course was fake, maybe one decoration hanging on their door. And I also noticed that they took a lot of time outside with their friends, sitting on steps of their homes, chatting. Some of the older community were in their rocking chairs, just watching life pass them by. And at the end, after all the yoga and all the different ups and downs I went through while I was there on my own, I realized, sitting in meditation one day, how simple life can be and how happy I was with simplicity. My day consisted of doing yoga, maybe teaching, like I said, and other than that, creating really simple meals and very fresh, healthy ones. And then maybe journaling, going to the beach, having a really great Nicaraguan coffee, and my life became really simple there. And in that simplicity, things became very clear. So my 2015 mantra, if you haven't guessed already, is what I'm calling sacred simplicity. And I am really excited to embark on this journey in 2015 with each and every one of you. And I'm hoping that I can offer you today just a couple of tools to cultivate simplicity and the sacredness in your life. And what was really funny, I have to share, is when I decided to create this kind of less is more simplicity bhav or feeling to carry through to my mantra, the first thing I did was start Googling less is more, simplicity. How can I make this really catchy? How can I complicate it? So I was trying to complicate simplicity. And it was really cool to catch myself doing that. And it awoken in me this opportunity to look at what else I complicate in my life that really can be quite simple. So I encourage you to do the same, because one of the things that I noticed while in Nicaragua for myself and for the community there was that the more simple life was, the more opportunities we had to enjoy it. So the less complicated we made it, the more awake and open we were to really being part of life and getting happier and more content in less. And it can be really, really challenging, especially in a culture that says more is better. And one of the things that I've noticed too in working with women over this last year very intimately is this idea of not being good enough. And so we try to do more and we try to be more so that we're good enough. And I looked at some of the different little places in my life where that might be showing up as well. And I did notice that there were inklings and little residue of the work that's still yet to be done or has been done. And that some changes needed to come to simplify in my life and really just trust and know that I am enough exactly as I am and who I am and what I'm doing and where I am. So the first tool I wanted to offer you in Sacred Simplicity is one of the ways that I'm committed to simplifying. And this is the question I'm always asking myself from January 1st on. Is this making it more simple, my life, or more complicated? So with that, sometimes we're going to have to say yes less. So notice if you're a pleaser, if that's all you want to do is keep saying yes. And can you say yes less? Will that invitation or that experience or that class or anything else that you're needing to do or feel like you should do or have to do, is it going to simplify your life or is it going to make it more complicated? One of the other ways that I've committed to simplifying and Sacred Simplicity is by going vegan, and I'm not recommending that for everyone by any means. But I did notice that I was eating out a lot before I left Nicaragua. My energy was really different and always ebbing and flowing. And while I was there, I was eating really fresh and simple meals, salads, avocados, eggs for breakfast in the morning, really simple pasta with fresh tomato sauce and garlic, for example, and I felt fabulous. So for 2015, being vegan often sounds really complicated, but what it's come down to for me is just simplifying my meals and cooking really fresh ingredients and using them to nourish and heal my body and replenish my energy as best as I can. And committing to cooking once a week in preparation for those meals to make my life easier, to simplify the process and the need to eat out as much. So perhaps looking at that for you as well. How can you eliminate some of the stress in your day by being more simple through the kitchen and preparing in advance some of the things that you might want to eat or cook that week? And lastly, I encourage you in this bhav or this mantra of Sacred Simplicity is, how can you fill your life with the people that you love? How can you fill your life with the things that you love to do? So there are a couple of new developments for Megan Campbell Yoga coming your way very soon. And they're a result of this need to spend more time doing exactly what it is as I get clearer and clearer on what I love, what I truly want to devote my time and energy to. And clear up space in my life to really spend as much time as I can with the people that I love. And it's one of the reasons that I'm doing video newsletters from now on, is that instead of spending hours or days writing my musings, number one, I really wanted to connect with each and every one of you a little bit more personally if I could, but also to help simplify and create space for me to be able to enjoy some other things as well. So looking for yourself at how can you dissolve and let go of some of the things that clutter your life and keep you from really connecting to the people that you love and doing the things that provide you great joy and pleasure. So I just wanted to touch base with you all today on Sacred Simplicity. And I really look forward to this journey together over and through 2015 as we cycle one more time around the sun, and continue to explore what it means to get more simplicity, more ease and joy in our lives, as well as create and find the sacred in our day-to-day activities, in our jobs, and overall lives. So thank you very much for connecting with me, and know that I am so very grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope that we can continue to connect in some way that feels really right for you this year. There are a couple of ways below this video in which you might find appealing or in line with your deepest truths and intentions or mantra this year. And if not, that's okay too. So namaste, beautiful women, and thank you once again for checking in with me and watching this. I appreciate it. And always know that you are more than welcome to press reply to this newsletter and let me know what you think or how you feel, or if this resonated with you. I love hearing from you. Namaste.